It's the KC Artsbeat Report. I'm Patrick Neas. Thanks for joining me today. I'm recording this episode on a snowy day in Kansas City. I'm looking outside my window. I see the snow gently falling down, and I can't help but think of that wonderful ice skating music from A Charlie Brown Christmas. And you'll be able to hear that music performed live very soon by the Kansas City Jazz Orchestra. And we're going to be talking to the director of the Kansas City Jazz Orchestra in just a second. But first, I'd like to ask you to please like and subscribe to the KC Artsbeat YouTube channel and share this video to someone who loves Christmas music, who loves Charlie Brown, who loves jazz. I'd really appreciate it. And please subscribe to KC Artsbeat on Substack and follow us on Facebook. But right now it's time to say hello to Clint Ashlock, the music director of the Kansas City Jazz Orchestra and a trumpeter too. Hello, Clint.
How's it going, Patrick?
It's going really well. I mean, I'm one of those weirdos who loves snow. So, but I'm always in a good mood on a snowy day. We don't have enough of them in Kansas City, in my opinion.
We don't have a lot, that's for
But
sure.
anyway, even if there's no snow on December 9th, it'll feel like snow when you present Charlie Brown Christmas at Helzberg Hall of the Kauffman Center. How many years have you been doing this now?
This is the third year that we've done this show, and it's sold out 3 years in a row. It's great.
Wow, that is really awesome. But I don't know when the show, I should have written this down when the show had its premiere on TV, but I think it was 64 or something.
Yeah, I think it was 64 or 65, something like that. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head.
Well,
But I do think it was. I feel like 1965 was the date.
well,
Um,
that would make this the 60th anniversary of the TV
yeah.
show.
Well, and what's kind of interesting is that we've got our show here on the 9th, and I know that the day that it debuted, at least you might have to, you call me out on this, but I think it debuted on December 9th,
Wow.
either 64 or 65. I think it's 65, though. I think it was December 9th, 1965.
Well, if it was December 9th, 1965, then this is a very I mean, it'll be auspicious anyway, but that would make it extra auspicious. The,
Yeah, no kidding.
yeah, the 60th anniversary. There's a reason why. I think it's CBS that airs it. I think it's CBS. But anyway, whatever network airs it, they air it every year for a reason. There's just something about that show that never gets old. And that's probably why after 3 years, you are still selling out because it's just always fresh.
It is. We were decorating the tree this weekend, and my girls, they're the DJ for the house decorating. And um, I mean it's our shared Spotify, so it's a lot of jazz anyway, because I mean I listen to it a lot, and the girls do too. I've got a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old. And anyway, Christmas is Coming came on. It's that bum 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 bum, and it came on, and I was like, "Oh man, this! I wonder what recording this is." It sounds like in my head, it was like this is a got to be a new recording of this song. And I walked over to the deal and looked at it, and it was Vince Guaraldi. It was the original recording.
Oh.
And I was like, man, that's crazy how new and like fresh this sounds for being 60 years old. I mean, jazz, music does this anyway, uh, the timelessness of it, but it sounded so new. I thought it was very cool.
That is I mean, I never get tired of it. Every time, I mean, there are lots of pieces of music I do get tired of. Having been in radio for 25 years, there were many. I don't care if I ever hear the Pachelbel canon ever again, but but I never get tired of the Vince Guaraldi music. What a work of genius! Can you tell us something about Vince Guaraldi? Because it just seems like he doesn't get the
No,
respect that he deserves.
I agree. And I mean, I'm a little um like behind on. I went on a super deep dive on him, 4 years ago when I wrote the arrangements for this. Um, but I mean, he like as far as I know, with him and and you can kind of hear it if you watch the shows and different things. Like I just watched the Thanksgiving one the other day. Um, but I'm pretty sure that they just played the film. Again, I could be totally mistaken on this. I think they just played the film and he composed with his like just composed in the studio. Um, I mean, I was the thing that made me think of this was like there's a tune and we're going to do it in the first half of this concert because we did our concert. The second half is the Charlie Brown Christmas stuff. The first half is just all the rest of the TV stuff. Um, and I did a Thanksgiving medley. And there's Little Birdie, which is he sings on it, and it's the one that's kind of funky. And little birdie, oh, why do you fly upside down? And it's very groovy and funky. Um, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that he just like watched the animation and recorded it and improvised it in the studio. Like, I hope I'm right on this because it would be super embarrassing if I'm wrong. But um, man, it just the wittiness and the harmonic sensibilities that he had. He I can't really play piano and do the interview, I guess, but he had some really cool like circle uh, force kind of like progressions that he would do in his obviously his hooks like the doom 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 like everybody knows that like you
Sure.
play the first two bars of Linus and Lucy. So I mean his melodic and harmonic knowledge was fascinating. And then he did some film stuff. I mean, what was it? Cast Your Fate to the Wind was a
Yes.
big deal. And um
Was that written for a movie?
yeah, I think it was for Cast Your Fate to the Wind, wasn't it?
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was a movie or if that was
It was
another.
for Black Orpheus was the name of the movie, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
And he
Well,
had another one that was like the B side was like Black Orpheus Samba or something like that.
well, Cast Your Fate to the Wind was a big monster hit back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was
A
like
beautiful piece. I think what I love about his music, he has this lightness, this breeziness. It sounds like he was just tossed it off, but it's just so brilliant. It's just,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And of course, the Charlie Brown Christmas music has that quality too of a lightness and a sweetness. And at the same time, as with the best Christmas music, there's a slight, I don't know if you would agree with this or not, but a slight melancholy undertone to the music.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a like there's a chord that is I mean it's all over in pop music, like pop Christmas music, but it's like just the minor four um like six like uh progression, like the if you're in C major, it's like an F minor six and it resolves down to the C major. And like it's a beautiful cadence, but it does have that melancholy, that wistful kind of like sigh to it. And Vince's music um is full of little moments like that that uh like the opening to Christmas Time Is Here. Like Christmas time is here. The second chord on that is like it's kind of heartbreaking.
Uh-huh.
Um and he and it's one of those things where I don't know if it's because he did it that we think of those chords and hear those and think of Christmas. I kind of think that it is. I mean, I don't have an exhaustive knowledge of pop Christmas songs, but I mean it's not in White Christmas. It's not in Sleigh Ride. Like a lot of these things that we associate with the Christmas sound, I think came from Charlie Brown Christmas, you know.
Well, and the story itself of the cartoon has sort of a slight sadness to it too. First of all, Charlie Brown's kind of a sad character.
Yeah.
He's definitely a melancholic sort of person. And then
Yeah.
when Linus tells the story of Christmas, I mean that's really kind of a tearjerker
It
almost.
is, and it's a thing that, I mean, I think sometimes you want to be sensitive to folks of different backgrounds and different beliefs. I mean, not sometimes, all the time. We try and do that. But that is a moment in the Charlie Brown Christmas special that is, it's decidedly Christmas, it's decidedly Christian, and intentionally so. And but it's so poignant, and it's a thing that I think, regardless of a person's beliefs, you can hear that and just feel the soul in that particular message, and it can translate, I think, very strongly to whatever someone might believe. I mean, I'm a Christmas guy for sure, but so I'm biased, I guess. But it's Charlie Brown is so representative of the human experience, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but
Oh,
but
it's
it
true.
is. It's so much that in the Christmas special just it expresses that so beautifully.
Well, it's obviously touched that chord in so many people. That's why it's a perennial favorite. Does your performance, can you tell us a little bit about what to expect? Is there a visual element to it at all?
There is. So Helzberg has a beautiful screen that they can float down um, over the choir loft. I mean, it's a little unfortunate that it hides that beautiful choir loft, um, but we use it for this concert. And the Charlie Brown, um, corporation, they sent us like official backgrounds to be used for the Christmas special. It's not the film. Like I would love to be able to show the film and do the live soundtrack thing that the orchestra, the Kansas City Symphony does, but they don't have that available for use yet. And 3 years ago, they're like, "We're going to get it and we can send it to you," but we have not gotten it yet. So they send it and they're really cool. They're like kind of animated photographs basically, so you see the scene and it's like, oh, that's the skating scene, or that's the where they rehearse the play, in the school, or when they look for the Christmas tree and it's all the metal aluminum, fake trees and stuff. And um yeah, so we use that during the show, and then we have these little things for the lobby, like Lucy's psychiatrist booth, and different things, just to try and make it kind of a fun experience.
Sure, no, it sounds great. And this is one of those performances that's for all ages. I mean, obviously,
Oh, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do your
Yeah.
girls think of it?
Oh, they love it. And they have a choir concert Tuesday night.
Oh,
So they can't come to it this year. And it's a big bummer for them because they love it. But yeah, I mean, every year, I mean, and it's 16 and 14. So it's like, talk about, it's not just for little kids, but we watch the Halloween special, we watch the Thanksgiving special, we watch the Christmas special. Um, like they love it and they love the music. And um, I don't think we were recording this, but I mean, if they were like, we want to hear it if you record it. So
well, you had just mentioned you were listening to it on Spotify and you didn't know if that was a new recording or not. Something tells me it's due for a new recording. Hint, hint. Uh, you know,
I
you
don't know what the
you got it
rights
in
to
your
that
bones at
would.
this point.
I don't know what the rights to that would cost, but it would be super cool if they would allow it.
It really
Um,
would.
yeah, yeah, I would. I agree.
Yeah, you should look into that.
I mean, we have it's
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of money and rights at stake for that for sure. Um, and we are but a small organization,
Of course,
so,
of course.
um,
Well, if there's any Santa Claus out there listening to this right now and you want to sponsor something really cool, talk to Clint to record a Charlie Brown Christmas. It really is due for a
oh my goodness.
there are like the Cincinnati Pops, they've done excerpts. Excerpts from it are done, but the whole thing, I don't think it has been given the treatment.
I don't think so. They do a live one with David Benoit, who's kind of a smooth jazz crossover jazz pianist. And they've done this with, I think it's like the Santa Cruz Symphony. I don't think it's San Francisco. Um, it might be, but they've done it, with the orchestra and piano soloist. It's
Ah,
not exactly the same. I mean, they gave me the freedom to arrange it for big band, um, but uh, yeah, I don't know of any official recordings. There's a lot that they have to chase down. Like they were saying, their lawyers have to chase down these like kind of rogue performances of,
I'm
and
sure.
they're also a much smaller kind of crew than you would imagine. But um, definitely, I don't think there's a legit like jazz big band recording of this, and we would love to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Well, maybe someday. I mean, I'm sure there are lots of things that you have to
Oh
navigate,
man.
but maybe that it'll all come together at some point. That'd be really cool. You certainly have paid your dues to old Charlie Brown at this point.
Oh man, yeah, and I would continue you know, to do so. If there's like an Esterhazy or something that wants to come like support
Yes,
us
yes.
to
By the way,
but yeah.
your performances change at all from year to year, or is it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean I can't totally sit still with it. The the charts are very similar. Um, the last couple of years we've been fortunate to have Lee Langston as a guest vocalist. Um, to do a couple things on this concert, but we've got a big concert with him coming up in March where we're doing a tribute to Luther Vandross with Lee. And so doing having Lee for Charlie Brown and for that, we didn't want to overstay our welcome with him. We didn't want to wear ourselves out with him. So we're focusing on the Luther Vandross thing for Lee. And this year the vocal stuff is actually done by the award-winning jazz choir from Kansas City, Kansas Community College.
Oh, excellent.
Um, they win downbeat awards all the time and perform all over the country, and so they're going to do vocal like a jazz choir version of this stuff. So that's new for us,
Oh,
which is pretty exciting.
that's very cool. Well, this is one of those concerts and shows where you will really bond with your kids. So,
Yeah,
and I'm sure tickets are already going out the flying, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure they were sold out last week.
Oh, really? Oh, so people can they be put on a waiting list or something?
I don't know. They would have to go to the website, like kcjo.org.
Okay.
If you click on it, I think it would link to like that we use the Coppin Center for
Uh-huh.
our ticket house or whatever. But I think it's sold out. At least a
Wow.
friend of mine tried to buy tickets and said there weren't any left.
Oh my goodness. Well, good for you, but it's kind of sad news for everybody who was left out. This tells you next year if you do it again, and I can't imagine you not doing it again, given what a success it is. You get your tickets as soon as they're available. Uh,
Yeah, I think so. I just clicked on the website and there is one ADA seat in the parterre that is left.
wow.
So if you want it, it's there. It's a like a wheelchair accessible seat. So hopefully you don't uh take that away from someone who needs
Yeah,
it.
I know.
Um,
That wouldn't be very Christmassy.
it would not be
That'd be
we should
something
do the
Scrooge.
Grinch. We could do the Grinch
Well,
next
I was
year.
gonna say, a lot of great music in that one too. Uh,
There is.
I'm sure you probably have kicked that around in your head. Uh,
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. We have a great chart that the Airmen of Note did that our Kansas City friend Kevin Saravich plays in, but it's a bass trombone feature of "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch," and it's pretty cool with the boom, 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 boom. I mean, it
yeah.
sounds like oh, what's his name from the original? Down low.
Um,
I can't
uh,
remember that guy's name.
Thor or Thorl something or
Yes,
right.
they're all Raven, something
Yeah,
like
right,
that.
right. Yes, right. What a voice. Boy, so much,
Mm.
such classics, and of course, Charlie Brown's right up there, the king of the Christmas TV specials, and that's going to be happening again, 7 p.m. December 9th at Helzberg Hall. Unfortunately, Clint says that there's only one one ticket left, and that's wheelchair accessible. So, sorry about that. I mean, I suppose somebody might turn their tickets back in. Is that a possibility?
I mean, it could happen. I think your best bet would be to check with the Coffin Center box office, and I mean, you can find that link from kcjo.org or just go to the Coffin Center website, which I think is kaufman.org or coffincenter.org. Um, and they have a wonderful ticket counter box office that they'll let you know. Um, I think, you know, I've had several people, a friend of mine just on Sunday was like, well, why don't you do more than one show? And it's really difficult to get the space at the Coffin Center in December. I mean,
Uh-huh.
they are full up. So,
Sure.
um, but it is wonderful,
Well, that's a good
wonderful
point,
that
though.
people want to come to this. I mean, we're
Yeah.
just so thankful.
Yeah, if you ever can pull off an extra show, that would be awesome. And it speaks to, just what a great job you're doing with it because there are so many different things people can go to during
Yeah,
the holiday season in Kansas City that they choose you,
yeah.
and you're a sellout tells you how good it is. So,
Oh, I mean, hate to throw the word blessing around a lot in the holidays, but I mean, it feels like a blessing that people love it and that we've done a good enough job to make it engaging for folks. And we're just so thankful that people want to come out and see this. I mean, it's sometimes tough out here in the arts world and the jazz world and stuff. And the people choose to spend their evenings with us is just, man, I mean, it kind of makes me a little emotional to think about that they choose to do that. I think it's super cool. I mean, we do have a a small group show at Tomstown on the 17th. It's not Charlie Brown. It's like holiday pop music, like kind of rearranged, like I do with Taylor Swift or different things. For a jazz quintet,
uh-huh.
and that's at 7 p.m. on the 17th. But
And again, this is at Tom's Town.
yeah, their event space upstairs.
And what's the
Um,
address on that? Do you know that off the top of your head?
uh,
Or we're about where is this listed on the KCJO
it
website?
is. It
Okay.
is. I mean, Tomstown is like it's on Main. It's like, uh, golly, what's the address? I don't know. It's like at 17th and Main,
Uh-huh.
kind of.
It's on the
Um,
KCJO website, so
yeah, yeah, yeah. It would be.
yeah. Well, I'll throw around the word blessing. It's a blessing that the KC Jazz Orchestra is here in Kansas City, keeping that great Kansas City jazz tradition alive. You've done so many wonderful performances this past year, just as you do every year. And I think I'm speaking for a lot of people, Clint, when I say we're very, very grateful to you and your big band of musicians and for all you do. And we wish you all the best in 2026.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody, and to you, Patrick.
You bet. Well, you've been listening to the KC Artsbeat Report. Please like this video, share it with somebody you know and love. Be a nice early Christmas present. Have this show up in somebody's mailbox. Please follow us on Substack, like us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. And until next time, I'm Patrick Neas.